Yeah, hi everyone, it's Robert here from Aussie Gold Dog. This is part 2 of the series on our new CNC table build. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and hopefully you won't miss any. There should be around probably about 4 or 5 on this build. After this build we'll go on to do another build where we're doing an extension for this table. This table is 1500 by 1400 millimeters. With the extension it'll be 1500 to about 3000 millimeters. The extension will be on a slider that slides in to the actual table itself into the hollow tubes. Here I'm just welding up or just tacking up legs to the top of the frame. I've got one of the Boss Weld magnets holding the leg on there. Just there, one of the tacks aren't holding, so in a minute I'll put a couple extra tacks on there and then it'll hold nice and steady on there. After we do the extension, we'll do another series, and that'll actually be on the CNC machine itself. That'll be a couple of part series, doing the hardware for it, putting the wires in and software. After we do that, this table's going to have a vacuum tabletop on it. So that means we won't be using any clamps or anything on it anymore. It'll be a vacuum hold down. So yeah, we'll do a series on that when we machine that up. I'd appreciate any comments down below, especially if it's something to make the next videos better. Yeah, that's where I'd done the extra tack, and it holds pretty good up onto there. I've still got to have a bit more practice with my welds. They're holding very good. They're biting into the metal, but you know, as you can see there, they're not as straight as I'd like them to be. But that's what you have grinders and that for. Here I'm just getting rid of the gowl off the legs there, because when you weld, weld onto galvanised pipe, it gives a lot of smoke and a lot of bad fumes and that, and then if you get it in your lungs it really makes you feel crook later on, headaches and crook guts and stuff like that. So I try to get as much gowl off as I can where I'm welding. Sorry about the buff head there in the way. It pops in there every now and again, but you know, here I'm just using the picker pen again. As you can see on that, with that pen, it's got a what do you call it, maybe a long point on it. It's good for doing deep holes and things like that. I got the red one because like my eyes aren't that good, and red is probably the easiest colour that I can see on the metals. Just squaring it up there. Getting ready. We're going to put the magnets up here. They're to rest the support brace on. I've got a brace going around 3 sides of the table, and that's just sort of to help hold it in place while I clamp it up. I put 2 on that end, only because they're smaller magnets than the other one I got. One just wasn't enough to hold it, but 2 hold it pretty good. The old rubber mallet comes in handy. Tap the metal into place. Do a little bit both ends, and then in a sec I've got a couple of scrap bits of metal, the same as what I did with the uprights, the legs before. There it is there, I just clamp that onto the leg, and the other clamp will go on to the actual crossbar, whatever you want to call it. So that helps it stay sort of square and flush to the legs. Put one on that end, and then I put another one on this end. Yeah, one on each end. Grab the mallet again. I always check and double check, probably check 3 or 4 times over before I weld, make sure it's square, make sure it's the steel rule, make sure it's the right distance away from the bottom of the table legs. Now these cross members will come in handy later on for putting the control box on, holding the vacuum chamber and that underneath the table. Also later on we'll put wheels on the bottom of this. I just haven't really got the time at the moment. I've taken a couple of weeks off from doing the prospecting here so I can get this table done. That way when we start using this one, it'll get the jobs out a lot faster and a lot quicker. I'm using gasless wire, so that's why I've got the little chipper there and the steel brush. Just get the slag or whatever you want to call it off the powdery shit on the top. Lucky I tack welded that. I can see the clamp slipping down there. Glad it didn't slip when I was doing it. I've just rechecked it again there, make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to come back and do the final welds. As I said before, any comments below that you can give me on, if you think that I can make the videos better. Always open to suggestions. I'll be doing other builds later on as well. After I finish this table, the next one will be a cart for the welder, so a welding cart. And then I've got a table over the side there, and where I do all my welding and my drilling and everything, and it's pretty much the same frame as what I've got here. Just hasn't got a top to it. It's just sort of bits and pieces put on the top so things won't fall through. So I'll make it into a nice size welding table. At the end of the video, you'll see the frame's all painted up, and I've got the hardware for the CNC actual machine sitting on the top, just making sure that all the pieces are there, and I'll start sort of putting that together hopefully next week. If you're interested in this series, it's not too boring. Please subscribe down there at the bottom, so you won't miss any other videos. And yeah, put a comment down the bottom. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Not much to comment on. I'll hope to see everyone in the next video. Well, I won't see you, but hopefully you'll watch the next video with us.